What's up, guys? It's your boy Nick with Hercules Fit, and I just got done working out at the gym, so I decided I would shoot you guys a video. I know it's been a couple weeks, but I was at the gym. One of my gym buddies asked me, he said, he went through and he's watched most of my videos, and he wanted to know what are some ways to help recovery. He was like, I haven't seen any videos on recovery, and I started thinking about it. I was like, I actually haven't done any videos on recovery. I've done videos on like warming up and shit like that. So we're going to talk about a little bit about recovery, hopefully give you guys some tips on how to better recover from your hard-ass sessions. Because if you watch my channel, training hard is not an option. That's what we fucking do. So we're going to learn how to recover from that. Before I get started, make sure to check out my programs. Go to HerculesPhysique.com. Got a summer shred if you want to burn fat and build muscle at the same time. And I got a winter bulk if you want to look like King Kong in this motherfucker. HerculesPhysique.com. Link in the description below. All right. One thing you want to make sure you're doing before you start thinking about recovery, and that is your training. What is hurting? So if your tendons and your ligaments and shit like that is hurting, that is not going to be something that is fixed from outside of the gym. That is something that you are doing inside of the gym that's causing that. Let me repeat that again. If you're trying to recover from your workouts and you're finding out that your tendons or your ligaments or your joints in general are hurting, that is not something that is caused from outside of the gym. That's something you're doing inside of the gym. What do I mean? Typically, the two things that are going to cause joint pain, and I'm not saying my buddy at the gym that recommended this is having this problem. I'm just saying in general, if you're watching this and you're trying to figure out how to recover, these are things that are caused from the way that you're training. So you're either not warming up properly or long enough, or you're, lifting too heavy and, you're snapping up your shit, doing one of these two things. So you want to make sure that you're trying to recover, that is not something that is caused from your workouts. So I typically say if, you're trying to warm up, spend at least 7 minutes warming up. So if you're trying to warm up for chest, shoulders, and tris, if you're doing push-pull legs, make sure that your warm-up lasts at least 7 minutes. I've already done a video on warming up, so just type in Hercules Fit, warming up, and you'll know exactly how to warm up, so I'm not going to jump into that too much. But you want to make sure you're spending enough time warming up, because if you just go in the gym and you just lift, and maybe you don't even do any warm-up sets, or you do only one warm-up set, expect some fucking tendon pain. You're going to have some elbow pain if you're doing bench press like that, or triceps or shoulders or whatever. You may have some fucking lower back pain if you're working your back and you're not warming up or whatever. So make sure you're spending enough time warming up so you can rule that out, as that's not the cause of you needing more recovery, or you feeling that you're not recovered for your next training session. I've talked about this on why I don't believe in deload weeks, and again, I'm not going to jump into all that. If I have a playlist to all these things I'm talking about on my home screen, so just go to my home screen, go to Bodybuilding 101, and I've already talked about a lot of these things I'm talking about right now. As long as you can rule out that it's not caused by something you're doing in the gym, then that leads to what are some tips that you can use to recover outside of the gym. Now, again, you only focus on outside of the gym once you get the shit inside of the gym right. Outside of the gym, you want to make sure, first and foremost, that you are getting enough protein. I've done a video on this before. You want to get at least 0.5 grams of protein per pound of body weight. So if you weigh 200 pounds, you want to get at least 100 grams of protein. To be on the safe side, I tell people 1 gram per pound of body weight. So if you weigh 200 pounds, you want to make sure you're getting 200 grams of protein. That's going to be more than enough protein for you to help your muscles recover. Because again, if the issue with recovery is coming from outside of the gym, your actual muscles themselves will be hurting. It won't be your tendons and your ligaments and your joints and shit. It'll be the muscle itself. Your bicep is hurting because you worked your biceps. Your chest is hurting because you worked your chest. Your legs are hurting because you worked your legs. Not your knees are fucking hurting. Not your elbows are hurting. Not your lower back is hurting, if that makes sense. So first thing is going to be protein. Make sure you're getting enough protein. You can also take things like fish oil. You don't have to, but I take fish oil every day. I make sure to get one that has a lot of EPA and DHA in it, as this is the active ingredient in the fish oil that's giving you the benefits you want, be it better joint health. They found out that if you take fish oil every day, you have less joint pain. 'Cause I get joint pain and shit too. And again, it's from years of lifting heavy and not warming up, not doing the things that I'm telling you guys about to hopefully help somebody so that they don't have to go through the same shit that I went through. But so I get joint pains, especially this time of year. It's cold where I'm at. And so I get joint pains, so I take fish oil every day. It kind of helps with that, and it's also good for your heart. So fish oil, 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. And the next thing, I would honestly say this is honestly just as important as the protein. You want to make sure that you're giving yourself enough recovery in between your lifting sessions. What does that mean? I typically tell people you want at least 48 hours of recovery between a certain muscle group. So if you work your chest and shit on Monday, maybe you do chest, shoulders, triceps on Monday, the earliest you should work that shit again should be Wednesday. I'd say preferably 72 hours. So preferably Thursday would be the earliest that you'd work it. But I would say you can get away with, 48 hours, assuming you're not, killing yourself too much. If you're killing yourself a lot, then you're going to want to do about 72 hours. So if your muscles and shit are still sore, 72 hours after your workout, then I don't know what kind of killer nigga shit you doing. But I would say maybe give yourself more rest, especially assuming your form is good and you're getting enough protein, getting enough sleep, which I'm about to get into. But if you're getting all these things, in my opinion, you should be able to recover within 3 days. If you can't recover within 3 days, one of the other factors is off. Either, you're not warming up properly in the gym, or you're not getting enough protein. You're not getting at least 6 to 8 hours of sleep a night, preferably 8. It could be you're not drinking enough water. I typically tell people you want to aim for, especially if you're a bigger guy, about 1 gallon of water a day. If you're not that big, you don't have to, drink nowhere near that. But I would say you should be using the bathroom at least every couple of hours. If you aren't, you need to drink more water. Water is going to help lubricate your joints. It's also going to help you with recovery. It's going to help your muscles be able to recover. Protein, at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. You're going to want to make sure you're getting at least 6 to 8 hours of sleep a night. You're going to also, this is just as important as the protein, you're going to want to make sure you have enough rest days, at least 48 hours in between each muscle group. So say, for example, you're not doing a push-pull leg. Say maybe you're doing a bro split. You want to make sure you schedule your days where you're not working similar muscle groups close together. So for example, you wouldn't work your chest on Monday and then, shoulders on Tuesday. You wouldn't do that. You'd make sure shoulders were at least on Wednesday. Maybe you work legs on Tuesday or something like that. You want to make it where there's enough time in between each session for the muscles being worked to have recovery. It's pretty much that simple. If you work your legs on Monday, I'd take something like legs, definitely at least 72 hours. Don't work your legs again until Thursday. It's pretty much that simple, guys. So those are my main tips outside of the gym. I don't really do stuff like Epsom salt baths and stuff like that. You can do stuff like that, but in my opinion, that's kind of putting more of a Band-Aid on the problem. If you need Epsom salt baths and things like this, nope, I said need. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with getting. You can definitely get it. I know it's soothing for a lot of people and whatnot, but if you need Epsom salt baths and shit, it could be, like I said earlier, your joints and shit are fucked up because you're not warming up. You're not spending enough time warming up in the gym, or you're not lifting with the correct form. Maybe you're lifting too heavy, rounding your lower back, shit like that. So we want to make sure it's not those things that is causing your recovery to be impeded. Because if it is, the only solution is you have to fix those things. You have to start warming up. You have to start lifting with proper form, not lifting too heavy, all that good shit. So guys, I hope you learned something from this video. I pretty much outlined everything you need to know about recovery. The main thing is protein, sleep, proper programming, making sure you have at least 48 hours in between each muscle group that you're working. And it's pretty much just time. You do that, you will be recovered. Progressive overload, like I always talk about. Work your ass off in the gym, 8 to 12 reps, 2 to 3 minute rest between sets. You will build muscle. It's that simple, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to go to HerculesVic.com. Link in the description below to get my programs. Winter bulk is real hot right now. And if you want to get ready for the summer, go ahead and get that summer shred. I love you guys. Appreciate you guys. It's your boy, Nick, your boy, Hercules, signing out.